speak. Listen, you. Listen, Linda. Listen. Okay. Please. I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes. Okay.
Got him! Got him!
Yes, welcome to Hood Talk. This is your boy, Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with Miss Bella, and it's time to get it started. Go on, tell them the subject, because, I'm all behind and stuff. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? You know how that good stuff.
Okay. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube, Mr. Know It All on Facebook. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. We're getting on into your subject tonight, the evolution of self-hate. But hey, when we talk about it, first we want to help everybody get an understanding of what we're talking about. But what's up, good people? Hey, Nina. Glad you're here tonight.
I don't know if it's mine behind or it seems like it's act like it's a little scrambled or something. I don't know what that is. You hear anything?
I do not.
Okay. All right, let's rock then.
Okay. We're talking about the evolution of self-hate. When we talk about an evolution, it refers to the change through time as, things become modified. Ourself, how we are in a society where we modify ourselves to blend in with what society gives us now. So, like natural selections are often confused, but this is an evolution. Have you ever seen a trend where it started trickling down? Everybody doing the same thing. Men, everybody started wearing a mohawk. Dudes start growing dreads. Start making their hair long with dreads. These are things that a lot of times in my era, you didn't see a lot of that, but now you see it now. I don't know what that means for men, but I guess their hair is their glory type of thing. So, hey, like women, we stop pressing our hair, start perming our hair, start wearing extensions. We start with the makeup thing. We do a lot that take us away from our own species of being who we are and modify ourselves, even with our living standards. The saying, keeping up with the Joneses, go out and get these houses that you can't afford. Are you renting these houses that don't belong to you? You're paying triple your income to live there so you can be a part of the Joneses. These are the evolutions of self-hate that we are creating as our culture. You have nothing to say but to smack your lips. 'Cause that's all I hear from you right now.
Nah, I'm trying to get everything straight. I'm trying to get everything straight. You know how stuff goes. Oh, hey Nina, what's up, Miss Howard and his ass?
Hello, Shawanda.
Um, I think I think we have a different problem than self-hate. I think I think it's self-laziness because back in the day, you know um, when I came up, everybody, I noticed now everybody want a quick fix. The quicker, the better. Quicker the better. Whoop whoop. I got so much stuff to do. The quicker the better. And I think that goes with doing hair, you know, doing I ain't gonna say makeup because makeup always been here. Doing hair, doing nails. I mean, why do your own nails when I can go to Chang Wen Lee and she can do it in
Did you say Chang Hu?
n- you know one of them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I mean you know when I can go to somebody else and they can do it quicker, and I can understand the concept of it, but I think at the times like we don't even look like our mothers and stuff. A lot of our mothers and stuff was married and had families, and they couldn't afford to do all this extra stuff that we do. And now we trying to tell me we can have, you know, we can not have a husband. We can go to girls' nights out. We can go shopping every weekend. We can smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, and afford to get pedicured, manicured, and all this stuff. And our mothers that raised us didn't. And I think that's the whole thing. When I was listening to, I went in the thing today, and I noticed, it was three ladies, no man, no saying about, oh, don't want no, I don't want the I seen one didn't want the husband, one wanted the husband, no children. None of them had children. And all of them was around 25, 26, 27. And the norm is I think people don't want responsibilities no more. People want less and less responsibilities every era. And I think this is about responsibility. I think people don't want to hold the responsibility of keeping their own hair done, their own nails up, doing their own makeup. They don't want the responsibility. They want to be able to say, yeah, I didn't do my what's name because I I didn't make it to the nail shop. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. They don't never blame it on I ain't have time to do it. I was out running doing this because people have time. The amount of energy that people spend on Facebook, making TikTok videos, doing other stuff. I mean, people have time to do stuff. I mean, like it's 24 hours in a day. It's time to do stuff. When the last time you heard a mama say, you know, um, me and my daughter had a girl date. She did my nails, I did her nails. You know what I'm saying? She played in my hair, I played in her hair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that don't happen no more. And I think that's because everybody in a rush, and now it's better to just take a hair off like it's a baseball cap, throw another color on or whatever. They wearing hats just like I wear hats, every day, different color. Women wear hair like hats. They change color every day. They put on a different thing every day, and I'm going to here tonight. I'm going. I'm going over here tonight. I mean, and it's not. I don't think it's because of. I don't think it's because self hate. I think it's laziness. I think the laziness got to the point where people don't want to go to the gym. They're rather a quick fix. They're rather buy, the stretch arms and everything to
Well,
go.
what's the use to going to the gym when you go there only to take pictures for social media? It defeats the purpose.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
So just if you show up at the gym, that should be good enough that you showed up. But people go to put
Well,
everything that people does in life, they place it on social media. Anything that you have time for is because that's what you want to make the time for. There are so many things in your life that you may not feel that it's important to you, because that's what you want to do. So that's what people do. You do what make time for. So when you don't make time for other things, then Everything else, know that those things are not important to you. So people make time for what they want: social media, social posts, social living, getting your hair done. If you want somebody else to do your hair, you got to make time for it. Those type of things.
Right.
So
What's up?
I couldn't just blame it all on laziness. It's like people has revert to what's important. So the importance is what makes you happy or what appease you at the time. So what's good for you is good for you, and nobody else matter. So where you want to look like how you look, get your hair done where you want to do, your nails done. These are things that you feel like will make you happy as a person. Social media, people do that. They do social media because they know that that's what make them happy as a person. So it conforms their lives, and that's what you are, a social media guru.
And then I think, social media makes people, a lot of stuff on social media is not real. Like the dudes on the other end of the thing that's saying, "Hey, sweetheart," "Hey, beautiful," and all that. You know what I'm saying? You got your reverends, you got your preachers, you got the dudes that got their women or whatever. And I think they speaking to folks and they trying to uplift folks, but they're not telling them the truth. I don't think some men look at certain things on social media and say, you know what, I would I would like for my woman to look just like this. When they get on there, they be like, "Oh, that's so cute," or that's and I think women do the same thing. I think they get on there and they tell women stuff and they know they wouldn't wear it, they wouldn't do it, but oh, it look cute for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, I look at people and you watch somebody, get on, what's the name with five different colors in their head, and you be like, girl, that's so cute. Girl, who did that for you? You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe, people being honest, um, really tell their friends the truth about how they think they look or how they think, what's name
So
with.
you're referring to women because you don't get men too often telling the other guy that they look nice or whatever. So you're talking about women. When women say they look cute, you know, is that what you're saying?
I think I think men say nice in a different way. Like if they see their partner on there lifting weights or working out, to be like, get it in, player. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think they're in that. Oh man, you got a nice shape. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm thinking they.
No, I'm just saying I know
Yeah,
men are not too
but
fond of doing something
but
like that.
but but
So I'm saying
on
you're
the
talking
other
about
side,
women, right?
women would do the opposite. They'd be like, girl, oh yeah, be happy with you. Oh, even if you know what I'm saying, like even if it's unhealthy, I don't think, and then that it's a lie because you'll see somebody once you get yourself in a better space. Say a woman have they little surgery or they lose weight and they get on there. Oh yeah, feeling better by myself, feeling good. Oh, hold on, player. You mean you weren't feeling good about yourself before then? You feel what I'm saying?
But that's called you're doing something better for yourself. Let me tell you why. Because we all know that a lot of times a lot of weight it may create other health issues, right?
Right.
And then a lot of weight keep us from doing a lot of things that we want to do, right? So when you say you're feeling better
Like be
about yourself,
like
I don't
be
think nothing's wrong with that.
like be half naked.
Like what?
Like be half naked. There's a lot of people want to lose weight so they can get half naked.
And what's wrong with that?
I ain't say nothing was wrong with it. I'm just
Right,
saying.
because y'all go look, what y'all look and tell.
Oh, so it's about yeah. See,
No, it's not about who's gonna look. Sometimes people may need that for themselves. They
well,
need to make
guess what?
themselves be in a better space about their outer appearance.
Guess what? You can take that. You can take that. You can go in your bathroom mirror, look at yourself, take a picture, put it on your wall or whatever, leave it right there. You ain't got to take it to social media then.
Right, but that's what people do.
What's up, Angela? In his house. Let's catch up on this before we get too far back. Go ahead.
Angela said you have to sacrifice. In order to elevate, we must have discipline and the will to do better and to live better. They too busy being competitive. Too busy worried about what others think. You have to be content with yourself. I agree.
Yeah. But I think sometimes we reach a point that uh, what is a basic standard of what is being content with yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, like say yourself, say somebody, how they say, not washing their booty and running around here stinking. If we saying content with themselves, what's my name, like you know how we call Kanye West crazy, and I think about all the people that pay to get their clothes tore up and stuff, and I'd be like, man, yeah, I mean, you can do some of this stuff at the house, just cut up your pants a couple times or whatever, or cut up a shirt. I was
So
watching
people pay to cut their clothes up?
No, I'm talking about pay to buy stuff that look like it's
Oh,
look like it should be on the
because that's part of the
Thriller,
fad.
Thriller album or something.
That's part of the fad.
Yeah,
That's what
but I
people
mean,
do.
no, I'm saying, well, if it's part of the fad, I'd be like, hell, you can cut your own little stuff up and buy some regular jeans and cut them up and you Gucci.
Okay, so what about the jeans, the skinny jeans? When people decide to wear fitted jeans?
Oh, I think, is you talking about men now, or are you talking
Yes, I
about women?
am. I'm talking about men.
Well, I think that's happening because the people who run the industry that's making clothes don't even try to make baggier clothes for men anymore.
So that's what you're gonna say, that the industry did it for men because you choose what you buy at all times.
Yeah, but I'm saying unless you want to wear work clothes every day, I mean, um, stuff is limited on how people buy certain things. Like you might can still buy certain blue jeans, some Wranglers or something. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hell, I can't even. I mean, it just pants. Like say pants nowadays. If you buy them a certain kind of way, they falling off your butt because they ain't made for you. It's not, because like, no, I'm saying like, say if you got a different physique, you feel what I'm saying?
I'm
Like
listening.
they don't really make fashionable clothes for like bigger men on a certain level. It costs so much, and then when you get them buying certain things, um, it's still fashionalized. I mean, like if you go back in the day, what they put out there, you can only buy what they put out there. If you go and you look at the runway and you look at the clothes they putting out now, they putting high water, um, pants. What's not? You can watch the younger generation as they fix it on who buying the stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the young
But they
generation.
make belts.
No, I have listened to young generation and they say, "Oh, we don't want pants so hanging off us. like y'all older, older dudes, you'll hear them, and they'll say certain things. I don't like my pants hanging all off me, this and that. See, when I came up, it was in the Easy days and the Run DMC days where people they made stuff a certain way. The fashion designers don't make that stuff like that no more because you had to make the stuff of who buying the most product and all the way around the world, younger generations always control with what they put out a lot of times because think about it. Ladies run around him, all of them buying them tights and stuff like that. Tight jeans, tight this, stretchable that. All this because they don't put out regular jeans that's not
Yes,
tight.
they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
What clothing stuff?
Any clothing store.
So y'all
any clothing store.
So y'all be trying to wear them tight clothes?
I'm just saying, if you choose to buy that, you do.
I'm asking you a question.
Yes, everything that you buy, you choose to buy what you wear. Angela said, use your mind and not your looks. Your mind can take you places that your body or looks can't get you there. You have to build yourself from the mind first and then deal with your outer appearance. That's the start of contentment. You have to buy things to accommodate you and your body. Your first impression is the best one. People don't live on first impressions no more. They live what they feel like they look cute in. I look good in this. So what you feel like you may look good in, somebody probably see that it's not good for you, but you feel like you're cute. So that's a lot of things you have to understand, what should be acceptable in your presentation, but people are not thinking that way anymore. So yes, I understand what you're saying, Angela.
So what you got down? What's your next? What's your first? What's the one? Such and such.
Or family environment. A lot of times,
You hear what Angie said? She said they're gonna buy stuff 2 sizes small every time, though. You know what? And it would remind me back in the day when I used to see women putting on clothes, jumping up and down, laying across the bed and stuff, trying to get in it.
They made a song on that.
Did it?
Yes, there's a song about putting on jeans.
Yeah, I remember that. And then it's a trip how we learned how tight stuff. Remember when they show we did the other day? We're talking about how the tight stuff make you get them yeast infection and stuff. It's a trip you don't see most people smelling like that or something nowadays. Everybody wearing tight stuff.
Oh wow.
No, I'm just saying.
Man, there are some that have those issues. It's just whether you get there close enough to smell it. A lot of people hide themselves in Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secrets. So that's all you see right now. Just peel the onion.
So
when you peeling the onion, what do you get? When you peel the onion,
they probably made women wear dresses back in the day, keep that thing aired out. Let me stop.
I think that's why they made panties.
What?
So they can try and cover it up.
Cover up the smell?
Just keep it covered. Just keep it covered. Some women, they sweat and they leak, They may have some wet stuff.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Port family environment. What you mean by that?
I mean, because the way you're brought up, the way you're introduced in style, like now, I know coming up, there used to be older women say, hey, You're getting older. Your butt is getting jiggly. You need to put something to hold that in place. They used to create this thing for women called panty girdles, or wear a slip, wear a bra. These things, your undergarments, that they introduce ladies to try and hold themselves together. So many people now, they wait for summertime and they don't put no panties on so they butt can jiggle in the sundresses. And what do guys say? Ooh, it's sundress time. Bring them out. So y'all did that, and now you're complaining. What?
You think so?
Yep.
You think men started that?
Yeah. Like
But
they were like, it's summertime. I want them sundresses and sandals on.
We couldn't have started that because women tell us that they don't dress for us. They tell us all the time, I dress for me. I don't dress for.
Oh, you heard women say that?
Women do say that.
No, a lot of people dress for others, not themselves. Just like going to the club. There are certain people that may go to the club and they stand out because they're not exposing everything.
Yeah.
And then the guy catch that because she covered up. What's up with that? Is she the police or what's she here for? He knew me.
I'm gonna tell you what's that. See, a lady that's, it's just what I heard.
Now tell what it is. Now you just heard it.
A lady that shows everything. Sometimes, she might be proud of her body, this and that. But a woman that keeps herself covered, she has a man curious what's under there. So that's why she might attract more attention than a woman that got everything out, because he's wondering, what's under there? What's because he probably can see something. You know how you might can see, like a man can imagine what's under there, but he don't know. And they probably want to get to know what Angie
said. He want to go on that treasure hunt. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Angela said, all Black women are beautiful, but they don't see it. They listen to the music, media, and naysayers on how they're supposed to look instead of embracing their own beauty.
I agree.
That is what I'm talking about. That leads me to the next thing that I'm talking about when I say poor social environment. So yes, Angela, I agree with you. Just like some men started the camel toe.
I remember that was a song, just like you said.
They made music about this stuff. They see what made them have this illusion of women.
What up, Latasha in his house?
Hey, Tasha.
Yeah. Yeah, it just yeah, I just think ladies sometimes I think the music might be done really kind of messed stuff up, because like even when I watch it can't be real role models. Like I don't even see women having a certain kind of role model even anymore, because women don't have standards. So I think women done threw standards out the window. Like when I say standards, I mean like a certain way that they should act. I think women done threw it out the window and said, I should be able to be half man, half woman out here, and everybody should accept it. But if you play half man and you get punched in the half man side in the face, what did that mean?
Okay, well,
You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
But these standards that has caused women to go that hard where they want to be half man has been because of hurt.
No.
Yeah, a lot of times it be because of something that has happened, transpired in your life that has made you decide to act this way. And it's called like the brick wall, like you building up this wall to try and protect yourself. So you're developing yourself into this person of being hard and, not caring or loving or kind because of what you probably been through.
Mm-mm. You know what I think it is? I think it's then got to the point of the pair bonding. I think women now sometimes have dated so many men and you know how they say every man that you get entwined with a piece of their soul or this and that, bonds with you a little bit. I think sometimes, I think women wasn't made to live how they living now. You know what I'm saying? And I think
You're saying the same thing I just said, but you just put another word. You said pair bonding.
do you understand what I'm saying then?
I do. I understand what you're saying.
When I say pair bonding, what you mean? What you think I mean by that?
I'm thinking that you're saying when you're talking about pair bonding, you're saying like the current situation that you're faced by entwining with this person. So you're becoming part of this, like a face value of this person. What this person is giving you, you're receiving this and this hardness and you feeling heartbroken. And this is the bond that you have. It can be sexual, but you're trading your soul type of thing. And but you're becoming face value of what you just accepted into your life. So it's continually influential. You're being influenced by what you shared your soul with.
Okay. And by pair bonding, by being unable to pair bond, I just think it's getting to the point where when women get all this anger, all this manliness, I think they're realizing that they can't get along with with certain men no more. Some women are mad because they don't know how to talk to men. They don't know how to act like a woman around a man. They done been out here trying to step in the man's world so much that they done lost their femininity. You feel what I'm saying? And men ain't looking to date they homeboy. You feel what I'm saying? And women are out here turning into homeboys. You feel what I'm saying?
And being okay with it. Being okay with it. Dudes around here converting women's to be their best friends that they knocking off.
You said the best friends that they knocking off.
Right. And you messing them up. Angela said they try to please men that can be pleased. Men and some women are not grateful for what they have. They are doggish and want all the treats for themselves instead of being content with your mate. You hit the nail on the head. That is so true. That's a lot of problems for people. A lot of problems for people.
Angela, that was a good one. Now.
Yeah, that was good. That was all truth. And that is so true. So
I be
many
thinking
people
about.
didn't, huh?
I be thinking about stuff right there, and I think she kind of hit what I was trying to say. About how it's changing. You know, I think the world, social media and everything. You know, I watch ladies all the time, and I listen to them, and I hear how they, how they say, "Oh, you can do it. I should be able to do it." And this should never be a certain thing that women should feel like they should do the same thing a man do. You feel what I'm saying? They wouldn't have made you a female if you could do everything that a man do. And a man shouldn't be able to do everything a woman do. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And
You
that's
know,
why they come together to
you
make it work, because everybody's supposed to be different and work to make it work together.
know,
But like she said, they out here trying to please men that can't be pleased. Men, you try to give your all and they won't be pleased. Or you try to give your all to a woman, it just isn't enough. Some people, like she said, people aren't grateful anymore. Gratefulness has been thrown out the window.
well, I think it done went even a step over. I don't even think sometimes when I see ladies, or sometimes I see ladies dealing with men, I think they dealing with them like they are a man. Like, this one of my um uh uh like a woman is doing it as in like a playeristic type thing. Like, this is one of my flock. Just like when we listen to uh what's her name? She be on Miss Flowers.
Erica,
Yeah. When she come on here, and she might say, "Oh, I got five of them," and this and that. I hear a lot of women talking about the player type thing in that. Even when I listen to the music, it talks about, "Oh, we ditch him and run and go get another one." You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it should be easy for a woman to, you know, this go get a woman. I think I think what's happening is, I think a lot of ladies today think it's a whole lot of different kind of men out here. You know what I'm saying? I think you got certain men with different values and this and that, but it's not a whole. It's like three or four type of men out here. You know what I'm saying?
it's the same for men and women these days. It's not just like as simple as you may want to put it. It's women out here lying that they with their friend girls and they with a whole dude kicking it all weekend. Just like men. They're here lying, oh, I'm going here with my boy and we doing this and that. Your boy don't even know nothing about it. But I guarantee you, if that woman was to ask you, yeah, we were together, you hadn't even seen this person all weekend. But guys do that too. Women do it too. It's just like people are not just being honest with each other anymore. Nobody can be faithful in a relationship anymore, and that make people deter from even being committed. Because of social qualities, you're so involved, you have so many options, and then the old saying that women have more options than men, that is so not true. The only options women have is to just open their legs. And the only option for men is just say, okay, I'll knock you off. So just being committed, people don't do that no more. People that portray like they're being committed in relationships, that's not what they're doing. They still have these hidden secrets and doing their own little thing, gratefulness and just appreciative. People don't do that type of thing anymore.
I just got what you were just saying. It hit me. The ding, 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 ding.
Oh, just rung your bell.
Just run my bell when you just
Okay.
said something right then. Okay, I'm gonna go where you just went. When you said women don't have as many options as men, I think I think that's a yes and a no answer. I think women always have more options, but I think when you said they really don't have more options, I feel like, okay, why they chasing, um, why they doing, doing certain kind of, certain kind of men. I think the men that probably really like them and would probably really want to be with them in a certain kind of way is not getting chosen.
Mm.
And I think, ladies might be out here and they, you know, I think everything now is a party type mode. A lot of ladies got this mode where I just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling, I was being funny, but I was being serious. The other day too, I was telling folks, I was like, you know what? I said men have actually tricked women into feeling like they rule the world or whatever, whatever, whatever. Because I said men have stepped back and let women have some of these kind of jobs, um, the these jobs, all these what you call it, the man jobs, like you know how women always saying I'm mentally drained.
Yeah.
Men have stepped back and let women run some of these jobs, and men have took over like kind of different jobs, easier jobs for them. Just some jobs where they can go and do their 40 hours or they wasn't even go home, and women are doing some of the more harder jobs. Even when I go to Home Depot, Lowe's, and other things, now I actually seeing women load up stuff, doing heavy lifting and stuff, and and what it's doing is it's turning women, for women taking over these jobs, stressful jobs. They smoking more, they drinking more, they're getting they start, they're gaining more weight because of their drinking and smoking and eating more, going out to eat or whatever, and they partying more, and they dying earlier. So the same ladies that used to outlive men are not going to outlive men in the future because men have stepped back, let women take over some of these stressful jobs, men doing their little thing, playing their games, having fun, riding their four wheelers, doing whatever, and sitting back. And women are actually uh, catching hell right now because they got these so-called wonderful, money making jobs, but they working more hours than they ever have before. They don't like it. Women don't like working 7 days a week. They don't like working all these 16-hour days every day. They women are women are raising up and they saying, oh, I don't care about kids, I don't care about family, and then they getting to the point where they making it to 40 and 41 and single, no kids, and this and that, and they realize, man, did I miss out on something?
Well, there are some women that does that. Yep. Yep. And I can agree with you. But there are women that are out here working at least two, three jobs, trying to make ends meet,
Right.
trying to create something for themselves. And yes, a lot of those women are the ones that miss out on the life that society say they should have. So are you saying because a woman end up not having children, it doesn't make her any less of a woman, right? She just wouldn't have anybody to say that's my mama, right? So is that a bad
Okay, I'm
thing?
gonna ask you this though.
No, well, hold on. Is that a bad thing, or should we live according to society and say we should have children?
Let me answer something. Okay, well, you said living towards society. Well, I think the greatest gift in the world is a woman having a child. That's the greatest gift
Oh, it is?
in the world. I mean, so you trying to say when you had your child that you don't look at that was the greatest gift to you?
No.
What's the greatest gift? With a career is the greatest gift? Or what is the greatest gift that you ever had on earth?
Like for myself,
Oh,
my grandchild.
that's a child.
No, you said
You
my
wouldn't
child.
have had, hold on, you wouldn't have had a grandchild if it wasn't for your child.
Well, so it was my grandchild.
But I'm just saying it's the same.
But I'm just saying too, because like me, when I was young, I didn't want any kids. I didn't want any children.
Yeah, but the
But
greatest
I have
gift.
one. I
Yeah,
have a
hold
child.
on. But the greatest gift now that you got older, you look back and it's your grandchild from your
Look,
child,
how they
grandchild.
say, be fruitful and
Right.
multiply. I
Okay.
did that.
Now,
I did that.
now I want you to think about this here. If you didn't have a grandchild or a child right now, what would be your greatest gift?
Myself, because I'm sure I'd be so self-loved. I'd probably be on an island somewhere. I probably wouldn't even live in America. But you asked me.
I understand, but I think
But it's realistic. You
no,
may think it's not,
no,
because let me tell you, this is the life society always give people. You gotta grow old, get a career, go to college, get an education, get a good job, get your husband, have you some children, and live life. To do what? To live like society wants you to continue to live?
I mean, having children gonna stop you from living life?
No, I'm asking you. No, I didn't say having children. I said society. Coming up, did you ever hear go to school, get your education, get you a good job, get you a spouse, have you some children, and have your family and grow old together? Have you heard that being part of society of growing up?
Maybe on TV and what's my
But
name?
not in your life. Like nobody personally
My,
ever said this to you.
my daddy didn't say that to me.
Okay, so has anybody ever said that to you?
What you mean? Like
Just what I said.
grow, have children? No, ain't nobody gave me that speech though.
No, that's what I'm saying. So nobody ever told you
I think
get a career, get an education, get a job, save you some money, get you a spouse, have you some children, have a family. Nobody ever said that to you.
no.
See, you're different on society than right there. So some people have. Some people has had this being told to them that that's what you have to do to be successful in life. So have your family, in your family, do you know people that has grow old, got them an education, got them a career started, save money, get them a family, bear children, and live? Do you know people that has done this? Even in your personal life or not? Do you know people that tried to do these steps that society said that we should do?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
yeah, I know a couple people that did that. I think I know I know I think a lot of them tried it at one time, and I think sometimes people don't get um you know a lot of I think a lot of men and and women find it hard to get along as the world changed, as people don't have the kind of roles that they used to have. Like I think when I came up, people had roles. You said, oh, the woman took care of the house, the man took care of the outside. It was certain kind of roles. The man took out the garbage, the man, what I'm saying, the man fixed on the car, worked on the roof, or whatever.
So they were just talking about the duties.
Okay. But as I look these days, I think in certain families that thrive, they still have these principles in a family structure.
What principles? Like what you just said?
When the man and the woman together, I think it's still that wasn't instead. I think the men are still taking out the trash. I think the men still either mowing the yard or they getting somebody to mow the yard or whatever. I think the man still taking care.
So duties that will probably take a little muscle.
Yeah, or fixing stuff. Fixing the rock, fixing the. You know what I'm saying? I think.
That's kind of manly things, right?
Yeah, and I think when a woman get to the point where they single and they trying to do stuff by themselves, I think they can get caught in a pattern, and it's hard to break out of it once you start this journey, and you put this journey and you start saying, "This is my journey, me." You feel what I'm saying? And it's hard to put somebody else on the bus. Or somebody wasn't like when I already started this journey and you focus on what you gonna do. Like I think with me, every time I talk to a lady and she started telling me her ideals and what she gonna be doing in 2-3 years and this and that, I think I sit back and I say, well, I know I ain't heard no man in this journey. So ain't no reason for me to be trying to add myself in this journey, because like you will listen to a woman, she be like, yeah, and I'm gonna move in a couple of years and I'm going here and I'm going there, and you're like, well, so this temporary. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody telling you they already done or what they gonna do, you temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like if a woman come to a man and she trying to date him and she trying to be serious and she start talking about, yeah, I'm moving to California in 2 years. He like, oh really? So this temporary. So should I even try to take this woman serious? No. If somebody telling you temporary, not just telling you that you temporary, but if she giving you a lifespan of what she gonna do, and she ain't added you nowhere in it or not took none of your plans or expectations, even into her mind, you temporary. And men see now that women are looking at them as temporary in their lives.
Okay, well, let's just say, for instance, if she told you this, right? So be it. If you stand up and you be the man you are, you don't think that you can probably do something to divert her plans, to cultivate her to be with you if this is somebody you really want? So apparently it didn't matter anyway. It's not something that you work hard. That's the thing with men. They don't fight for what they want a lot of times unless it's just temporary stuff. You know what I'm talking about? They fight to get in them panties.
I'm glad
they fight to spend this little time with you, but something that's going to be continuous or serious on building on something. That's why relationships don't last. And even if it does, it don't be anything. It's just a relationship.
Can I tell you something? Okay, I'm going to let you do that. Because guess what? A man shouldn't have to fight to, for a woman to be telling him, what she going to be doing 5 years down the road and he ain't in it. Hell, shit, he already see it. The hell you fighting to be in hold on. It's just like somebody throwing a concert and you a rapper, and they start naming you, everybody gonna be on they tour, and they know you a rapper, but they ain't put you in one of the shows. If a woman talking to you and she ain't put you on the show, she ain't put you in her life.
But that's something that can be changed.
Why would you be fighting to be in somebody's life that ain't trying?
What do you? If that's something you want.
No. If it was something she wanted, she would have added me in that motherfucker. I wouldn't have to fight to be up in there. I wouldn't have to fight for it.
But,
See,
but this is
hold on. What you telling me is a woman look at me at temporary and I should fight to be in a temporary. Now, if you're a spare tire, guess what you is? You temporary until they get the real tie fixed and put it back on there. And if somebody telling me I'm a spare goddamn tie, goddamn, I ain't finna act like I'm a real tie. Because a real tie is made to travel all the way to Texas.
Well, if that's not what you built for,
get what a spare tie is made for. To make it to the tie shop.
Okay, well, if that's what you are, the type of tire type of dude, are you the concert type of dude, then that's what you got. That's what you got. So if you don't have anything that you feel like, if this person have the qualities of you wanting in a man for you and your family, if it's something, but that's the thing about it, ain't no consistency gonna come with too many men. Not too many. Everything's gonna be everything according to what they desire. Even like the woman expressing to you, hey, I'm moving here in such and such time. That's what her mind is saying. That's what she's sharing with you. But who knows that you may be a person that can convert her mind that, hey, moving here is not what you're going to do because, we can work this thing out and we can start something else here. Why couldn't you present that? Just like me. My plans were almost 10 years ago. I was relocating to Texas. And it wasn't because everybody was moving to Texas. My job was going to actually place me there because they were starting a new center. And I was actually willing to go. But there was somebody in my life that, we kind of talked and converted this thing. At the time, I was thinking like, okay, I'll rock with him. I didn't even think about it again. I just said, well, maybe that wasn't where I needed to go. So now I'm thinking like, maybe, I don't know, maybe my mind needs to be somewhere else because I'm thinking like this person is rocking with me because he see a good thing in me and he feel like I'm worthy of converting me and cultivating me on his side, that this is not probably where you need to go because we can build better this way. And I did that. So it's possible. And that was a fight, but it wasn't an announcing fight. It was just a conversation. It was like the cultivating of it, like moving you this way because, hey, let's stick together and we can work and do something else. So that I ain't gonna say that's a fight. Angela said, you get what you give or what you accept for yourself. You can't get messed over if you set standards.
All right, keep going.
That's true. She said you have to set a tone of what you are to deal with and what you're not going to accept. You can't jump from bed to bed and expect to be treated like a king or queen. The way you carry yourself sets the tone for what you may attract. You carry yourself trashy, that's what you will attract 9 times out of 10. Period.
I agree.
She said, I enjoyed my life before my son. Now it's his turn to enjoy and experience life. Once he's grown, then I can start back doing me. And to say, yes, I did every day. My mom and the elderly people I were around. Well, she was talking about when we were talking about that people tell you the ropes or steps you need to do so you can, What's up, Chris? He showed up.
We're looking house.
Good to see you. I'm present on the show. And said all the above.
Yeah.
I'm in my feelings. We just having a discussion. I ain't in no feelings. I'm discussing stuff. Get off me, man.
Come on, Dad. Come on, Chelsea.
Chelsea said, I mean, Should her life revolve around a man she's not committed or married to? Everyone has a plan for their life before meeting a man or a woman. Yes, you do. But sometimes the people that you have in your life may send you in another direction. What if you get pregnant? You have a baby. Oh, we were going to do this and that, but you end up having a baby and those things change.
Right.
So there are so many things that can happen in your situation with somebody that can make you revert to a different direction.
Okay.
So,
And I'm glad that was brought up because I feel like sometimes when when people take this chance and they get pregnant or whatever, and they feel like, I got pregnant by this man, and
I
now,
got to stay in this.
yeah, I got to stay in this right here, and then they feel like they was held back from something. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then they lash out at the man for getting them pregnant and this and that, and not realizing if you have sex, you might get pregnant.
that part.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times, with all these birth controls and stuff that a woman can take, I heard it's up to about 30 something or 40 something now. That a
They
woman,
can probably mess your body up for life, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, but so I feel like it's so much stuff that a woman can take and this and that, but I still think um um if people don't come in, I think even it starts before a man and woman even have sex. I think they should be on the same page. They should be talking and which way you going, which way you going. Can this coexist? You know what I'm saying? Would you be happy? Because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of ladies down there think they lost their dream because of a man, and I think sometimes that's a lash out. The reason that they end up being separated from that man, and they go off thinking, okay, now I can accomplish this dream without him, and then they realize, man, it's even worse because now I got to try to depend on my grandma. I got to get a babysitter. I got to do this, and it is double without having a spouse that can take that, or a boyfriend or whatever, to take that burden off you, where you can say, "Hey, get your child for a little while I do this, do this." You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Chris said, don't nail man want to be where he ain't wanted. She
Mm,
just explained that her future is without him, and it's not fair to ask her to defer her dreams.
right.
The point of that matter, if a woman is sitting here telling you that in this amount of time, I'm going to be in a different place doing a whole different thing, what you all had wasn't anything anyway. So I agree.
Well, that's all I was saying.
No, you didn't have no commitment. If she was sitting here
No,
telling you that her future was without you,
yeah,
it
but
wasn't no
I know,
commitment on
I
both
know. That's
sides.
what I said. That's what I said. I have sat there and listened to a woman.
Oh, y'all just talking.
Yeah, and no, I'm saying even if you were dating somebody for a year or two, I'm just gonna throw it out there. If you dating somebody
Okay.
a year or two, and a woman start talking about her future, this place, that place, and you like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Y'all
that's
didn't have nothing.
no, that's what I'm saying, and that what clicks in your head. That's what I'm saying. If
So,
you dating somebody for a couple years, and then you start asking, about their future, and they start talking about all the stuff they finna do, and that's why I referred it to the concert. You mess around, and you're a rapper, and you talking to somebody, and they know you rap, and they done told you all the people they gonna put on concert. They look at you right in your face, and they ain't gonna put you on that show. You like, oh man.
so I'm saying, like, you can date a person, like dating, like you're going on dates, not like you committed into a relationship, right? So are you committed into a relationship and this person is discussing this? Are y'all just kicking it for 2 years and
No,
this person is
I'm
discussing
thinking
it?
if you committed into a relationship.
Okay, you committed in a relationship and that's
Right,
what they're saying. Okay.
right.
That's different. She didn't want you anyway.
Hmm. I mean, but I think a lot of men doing that. I mean, a lot of men are in relationships that they've been with women 2-3 years, and the woman start telling them about what all they gonna do, and the man sitting right there like, we ain't saying nothing about moving. Yeah, and you talking about you moving next year? You know, it's women that's out there that'll tell a man, yeah.
No, it's about to be that season where a lot of women are packing up now. They just not in boxes. They gonna leave their man that didn't make them okay for the last year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for Christmas,
Yeah.
Valentine. Well, Valentine,
You didn't give enough for Christmas, you didn't
we
give
know.
enough for Valentine's
Now
Day. I'm
Valentine's
gone.
Day, Valentine's Day, they gone regardless. Look at you.
Angela said, that's why you get in a relationship with someone who's on your level and y'all motivate each other and build together. Power team with loyalty. Everything else will fall into place.
Right. That part, like Chelsea said, that part.
Right. I agree.
I agree with that. Okay.
Um, Ms. Ebb said, it's your mindset about the situation.
Yeah.
Angela said, in that order.
And
Miss Ebb says she's sick of waiting on him to make a move. Oh, okay. I can kind of see that too. Maybe that was a hint. You know, a lot of times we just can't be honest to tell the man how we really feel. So we just start talking about future things or dreams or wants and seeing how they'll fall into place, but they still don't care. They're like, oh, okay, bye. They don't
well,
care.
I mean, but it's crazy because imagine, imagine, imagine if a woman was talking to a man, and just like you were saying about you'd be if you didn't have kids, whether you'd be on a beach somewhere. Wasn't imagine if a man was talking to you, okay, and just like you said, you got a grandchild and everything, child and this and that. And he said, "Oh man, you know what? I'm moving to Australia, you know, in a couple more years." You know what I'm saying? I already got me some little land down there, this and that, blah blah blah. Okay, and y'all been together, what's name? And he be like, even if he invited you with him, or like, you coming with me and this and that, the first thing that go through your head probably is, he making me leave my child and my grandchild or whatever, my family. People don't even understand. Like, I think when people talk about leaving, like, like when people, how you say, got ants in their pants, and people are always talking about leaving somewhere, leaving.
But it's not just the move. You got to think about everything else you leave, right?
Right. You leaving your
whole
mama,
life you had,
your mama, your daddy, your
friends,
you there,
your
and then let me
family.
tell you something. I don't even care if I was making double what I'm making now. If I got to leave everything I love behind, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even understand what life is. Like, people done got in their head life is about trips and about just looking out at the sea and the water. I'm like, I can go to Biloxi and do the same damn thing down there. I can take a 2-hour ride to the coast and look out and, oh man, and lay on the beach and put a towel down there. I can put one of them big old umbrellas under there. I can do everything I can do on the Bahamas or whatever, right down there somewhere. All I'm saying is, a lot of people don't realize, even when you travel, even when you taking vacation, I mean, even if you at home in another city, you gonna work so hard that even after you get used to that city, 3, 4 years, it's just a city again. But it ain't got no family there. It ain't got no loved ones there. It ain't got your friends there. All you thinking about, oh man, FaceTiming and doing this all back over here. But yeah, you in a foreign land where you might be making some money, or you might what's name, but you ain't got nobody you love. When you get off work, you stuck in the house doing this. You know what I'm saying? Or going out, messing with strangers, people that you have scared of. You know what I'm saying? And don't know these people. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people got to be honest with themselves when you running away from something. What are you actually running away from?
Right.
Ha. Come on with it.
Angela said a lot of people are in a relationship for what they get out of it instead of building generational wealth. They living for the now, not building for the future. At one, yeah, Miss Epps said we actually be waiting around for our counterparts.
I see
to
that
man
purple
up.
hair. I see that purple hair. That's
Sheikah. Oh, okay.
hair do I? Go ahead.
Okay, Sheikah. I'm sorry. She said we actually be waiting around for our counterparts to man up and level up, and they never do. So we make up in our minds that it isn't going anywhere anytime, just passing by. A woman will follow a strong man all the time. Chris said, all right, you got to know what really matters in this life.
Right. And we can run and we can think.
You can move to a whole city and you be still doing the same thing, struggling.
Man, let me tell you something. What I realized, even when I was in the Army, when you go these other places, you work there and this and that, the same thing you do over here, you're going to work here and then you're going to want a vacation. After you run around that city for 2-3 years, all that shit going to be normal and old. And you're going to be wanting to go to Boston, you're going to be wanting to go to New York, it's still a vacation. So if you making good money, even in Mississippi, if you're able to go on vacation, go here, go there, you still winning. You're still winning. You're still seeing what you want to see. Because life ain't that, you know what I'm saying? Life ain't that. I can understand if somebody building a family and they need these extra what's name. But if you just chasing a little extra money, but ain't got no foundation, what you gonna do? Because let me tell you, if I run to another city and I'm gonna rent 20 years and don't buy a house, don't have a wife, don't have children, what the hell I run to that damn city for?
Running from the police.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
And just said a foolish man and woman with this money will surely part.
Yeah. So I think that part, I think sometimes like I think when I was coming up, like I used to always try to look in a woman's eyes or whatever and say, "Ooh, is she down with me? Is she gonna
by
be
her eyes?"
Yeah, you know how you be looking at them like, is she down with me? Is she gonna be down with me? Rather not, hard times, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And so you run these hot and cold tests sometimes. I'm not every man that I'm gonna ask, Chris, any man that's on the show, have they ever ran a woman through a hot and cold test? That's to see how down, this woman really is, for the cause. You know what I'm saying? Is she behind you, or
Really? People still doing this stuff?
how would you know if she was down with you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
You feel what I'm saying?
I got
So I feel like um um I don't want to. I wouldn't want to move to another place and just be around here, chasing money if it wasn't about a family. And I come back home 20 years later and everybody I knew died.
you. God forbid.
And
But
I
I
was
get
out of
you.
town. I was out of town and all I did was fly in, god damn it, a weekend for every funeral for the last 2-3 years. And and what did I get wherever I was? Just some money. Yeah, I mean, didn't
But
have.
some people feel like that's enough.
I mean, but guess what? We are starting to realize. See, I thought COVID woke some of us up. You know what I'm saying? We starting to realize how life is so delicate and so precious, and it can be
Short.
gone, bam, just like that. So you can chase money all you want. If you not happy at the end of the day, it don't make sense. If you out there and you missing your grandma died, your uncle died, all your kinfolk that you grew up, all your friends that you grew up,
And nobody left if you
well,
came
and
home.
everybody died. I mean, are you still happy? You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Chris
Let's
said to be living good and be with your family, that's his heaven.
right. Now,
Okay.
this part what he said.
He said hot and cold test. Yes, sir. Most definitely. I've done it, but in most cases I didn't need to.
Right. Because
Okay.
sometimes they'll show themselves. I mean, sometimes within, just even trying to test a woman, she'll show real quick that she ain't down with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You'll be sitting up there thinking you finna run through a little good test, see how you probably down there ready to marry and whatever. And then she done flunked every damn test you tried to give. You like, God damn it. This snagger raffle. I'm just saying. All right, go on.
Miss F said, I believe if you can make it in Mississippi, you can make it anywhere.
That's so true. That's so true. Let me tell you something. Um, even when I was in the army, they used to always preach, going through this training and doing all. They used to be like, we do more in the army before 9 o'clock than most people do all day. And they was telling the truth. Because at 3:30, we was up doing 5-mile runs and this and that, exercise. We done ate and did this and did that. And by the time it hit 9 o'clock, hell, you're just about ready to take a nap and the day just started.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people don't even understand that part. Oh, here it is.
Angela said, a lot of women fall victim to the weak man fastest than she will a strong man. Why is it what she is accustomed to? You have to be able to determine a strong man or woman. Situations and struggles show you who will stand with you and for you.
Nah,
I know, right? Sometimes you see
I'm
it
gonna,
and sometimes you don't. You
and I'm gonna,
still like, ooh.
and I'm gonna tell you about that strong man thing she talking about. Like, I always felt that I was a strong man or whatever, and a lot of my boys around me were strong men. And
You always felt that?
yeah,
Not strong in strength, right?
mental,
Strong mentally.
mentally, and everything, strength to
Okay.
yeah. But I always looked at it like women was naturally scared of strong men. They sometimes they loved a strong man, but they didn't want a man too strong that they felt that was going to try to Because see, women had this scared thing about a little control, like, oh, he's trying to control me. And I don't think looking at a man when we came up, a man being a protector and all this stuff, women might not see it as, a man, you know, he just the natural in him just trying to protect you and trying to put you in the best situation. I think a lot of ladies, once, and I think it started with ladies making, some ladies making good money. When some ladies started making good money, I think they looked out and they said, you know what? I think I can do this without a man. But I think if a woman get to the point that she's not in it just for the money, she's in it to really to develop a bond or this and that, or get to know or on a journey with somebody, I think things go totally different than somebody just in it just to get what they can get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing women mess up a lot now is they come to a man with their foot in their mouth. They'll come to a man talking about, oh, to be with me, you got to pay this, or you got to do this, or you got to treat me like this, and all this, and they ain't said nothing how they should treat a man. See, a woman have so much to say on how she should be treated by a man, but you don't never hear a woman. They get dead quiet. It be like it be crickets when they say, how should you treat the man? They be like.
So the first thing when it comes to a woman, what do you think the most important thing is for a woman to understand on treating a man? It's not sex, right?
It's respect.
Right. That's it.
I think
if you respect a man, you can go anywhere from there.
Yeah, you got half of it knocked out.
That's the ground wire.
Right. Or you know how they say foundation.
That's the ground wire. The foundation of
a relationship is respect. Respect. If you respect that man, he will do more for you than anything. But see, what happens?
I don't know about all that, but still,
I'm saying what happens.
Some people take that and use it to their advantage, and that's not cool.
I'm gonna tell you. What happens is ladies will take it as in giving a person respect, and then they think they can reach out and grab it back and forth and say, I give you the respect here if you do right. I'm gonna take that back now.
If you kiss me right, I'll give it
to you. Right. You got to give man respect 24/7, and everything else will slowly jump in there, because as long as you giving him respect, you can add certain things. You can talk to him and he will listen to you as long as that level of respect is there. I think what happens is sometimes the lady want to, nah, it's like a person getting a mic. No, it's like a person getting a mic. Like somebody talking and you put the mic up to and they be talking and they say something you don't like, you be like, huh? So I think that's the thing, and I think that's the problem with us black people in general now, is the lack of respect for elders, a lack of respect for daddies, lack of respect for mothers. I mean, it's a lack of respect, and I think we are not raising our kids to be respectable. And then when they get too wide open, because I was just in, and when I go to different places, and you can tell the level of respect in certain places, certain places. Like I was in the store when I went to Walmart in Ridgeland, and then I seen two people respect, look like they would respect. They was walking and this and that, and then I noticed they had 3 children with them. And then I'm listening to children, they rapping, and they whoop, whoop, deep, 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 and they got their head kicked, and I'm like, do you see what your kids doing right in front of you going out? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we so sometimes letting our kids do just be kids that we lack the discipline to tell them don't do that, don't do this shit in public.
That's just what's strolling across. Poor social environment.
Right.
The environment that you're placed in, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Angela says so. She absolutely
yeah.
right. Jackson, Mississippi, ain't for the weak.
Right. Yeah.
Chris said, "Test baby needed a new car. I told her I don't care if it's rolling for donuts, no windshield and half gas pedal. Make sure it got AC. What she came back with, a car with no dang on AC. We in Mississippi." So you told her everything. It didn't matter. Only air. And she came back with no air. Oh, that was a test. Oh, she was just doing that for you. You okay?
Okay. We back. Man had like
I saw your cheese was stuck.
Yep. Man, I was looking, I ain't see you nowhere. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Husband said they see it but choose to ignore it. There are signs, but we make excuses for them. It goes back to what you are doing, going to accept for yourself. What you are going to accept for yourself. Angela said, you have to respect people where they are in life at that time.
Yeah. But like I said, I think, these days we're not teaching our kids respect at a young age like we used to, like back in the day. And I think that's why our mothers and grandmamas put us in suits and stuff like that when we went to church. It was a level of you put on something, you feel good about yourself, you want to feel different.
Feel on your best at the church house.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Now people wear anything, flip-flops and shorts and t-shirts.
And you know what? And when I was at a funeral not too long ago, and I seen a dude come to the funeral with some slide in things, and I almost wanted to steal them. I was like, you know what? Why? I mean, what makes you, not even no black flip flops or something like, and maybe his ankle messed up or something, saying in the head, why would you wear some loud color flip flops and then got, your pants on, with your jeans on, with your loud colors and a backpack, the little bag that they carry. I mean, like you got a pistol in your backpack or something. I'm like, why all this for a funeral? You can't leave your backpack in the car. I mean, what do you need a backpack in a funeral for?
Maybe his crying tissue was in there. I'm just saying.
I'm not going there with you. What's next? Because you gonna have me crying in a minute. I ain't going there. I ain't gonna do that. Go ahead. But I think it's just a lack of respect just coming these days. Okay, what? Look.
Nigga said I was at a funeral and this lady and child had on pajamas and I was just out. What, at a funeral?
Tell you, man, I done seen. I'm gonna tell you, the last 3 years, I done seen more disrespectful stuff at funerals than I ever seen in my whole life coming up. I mean, I done seen stuff at funerals and I said, wow.
What about the hair bunny? Have you been to one and seen a hair bunny?
Yeah, I have. but I didn't, because it was a black hair bunny. It didn't wow me like I was more annoyed. I think sometimes when I see grown men, you know, a certain kind of way, like. But then I can say I've been going to different types of funerals, so I can understand that this is a street dude. You know, people gonna kind of look at it a little different at this kind of funeral. You know what I'm saying? But once it comes to the slides and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where I just, I mean,
Wait a minute. She had on a bonnet with the pajamas. Maybe they were scared they were gonna miss the funeral. And the baby had a hoodie. Oh my goodness.
I said, look, I seen a little child the other day dressed like Easy at Walmart coming out of that thing too. Had a hat kicked to the back, to the side. I'm like, I remember when I was growing up, you couldn't have your head kicked and stuff like that. And now I be seeing people throwing up gang signs with their children. And I be like, really? I mean, you got your whole child. And then like you cannot get mad if your child end up in jail and you've been shaking your child's hand and throwing up gang signs.
Acting like
I'm just saying that if you raise the person to be ghetto, you can't get mad when the ghetto take them under. And there's that song, what's that? The hood took them under. Yeah, y'all need to listen to some old school stuff, and people will understand when they say the hood took you under. Because if you act a certain way, you're gonna draw a certain type of attention. You know what I'm saying? I've been out there in the streets and everybody know. I mean, if you act a certain kind of way, you're gonna draw a certain type of attention. I had to change my way to draw a different kind of attention. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Angela said, my son know not to be disrespectful. He too scared his gun to get back to me and his dad. But me especially because he knows I will come where he is at and clown and kick his behind. He tries to sag and baby, I take it all the way there, straight streets.
Man, I had somebody laughing and I was playing my my high gas bill. Gas bill went up 400% the other what's name. My gas bill was like $400, and then the month before it was like 20. And the lady came over there, and she reached across the counter, and I thought she was grabbing the money I just gave the lady, right? I said, all right now. She said, what? I said, man, I thought I was gonna have the kangaroo kick your head. They said, what is a kangaroo kick? I said, when I grab you and I jump and kick you while I got my hand on your head and kick you in the chest. Ha! you know what I'm saying? Kangaroo kick.
Yes, from a kangaroo.
Two-leg kick. Okay.
Chris said, don't forget to tip the bartender. Hit that Cash App 2 times.
Oh, Lord.
Sugar said, we have literally watched this generation be trained in disrespect of life and worth about themselves. And that's true. That's the whole thing about the evolution of what you have developed in yourself. You have really considered yourself to be a part of this thing that we call self-hate.
Oh, yeah. Shouts out to Chris giving the Cash App. Always welcome. Always welcome. Oh, hold on. So let me watch the generation train this. Yeah. And I think even worse than that, I think these games and other stuff, we done got to the point we letting too many things raise our kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we put into our kids anymore? You know what I'm saying? Because I thought COVID, we saw how you couldn't go to school. and all that old type of stuff. And I think it got worse. I think because they couldn't go and get the proper thing from the teacher, they had to sit around mama and people at the house and get worse and was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
after that, we had super criminals after they sat there and watched all the movies with their mama and dad and them all this time because it like they wasn't changing the stuff when you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Feeling like the victim all the time. So when you change, people hating on you. So you feel like people are attacking you because your standards are different.
Yeah.
But are we wrong because we decide to be a part of society, or are the people wrong?
Uh and and that's another thing I wanted to wasn't on because I was thinking about the comedy club, with old boy um getting robbed the other day, and he was saying about the youngsters. 6 people robbed him, and they said the guns was bigger than the dudes that was robbing him, and I just feel like um, I think we know. I think families and stuff knows when their kids out here hitting licks and robbing and this and that because
They gotta know.
I done been around people and what the first place they gonna try to sell it to or give it to family. They gonna come, hey, cuz man, I got a TV, I got a this, I got a that. I understand people hit legs and do stuff here and there, but like, you know, a lot of this stuff, with technology, cameras and all this, I think a lot of stuff done went sideways south. You know what I'm saying? Like it it done went so that we don't even have. I don't even think people. Um, I don't think kids care what grown-ups think no more because
Oh no.
you know why? You know why? I talked to some kids, and I'm gonna tell you why. And it made sense. They said, how
Me.
a kid.
Okay, I found this on the web for
Uh-oh.
they said, oh, hell mean. Check it out.
Okay. Said, how me being a kid, and soon as I get out in the world, 18, 20, 25,
Mm-hmm.
and I already got more than my mom and daddy. So what's happening is kids are sitting here watching you raise them and never, getting nothing, owning nothing. You got to think about it. When you ain't got a car and your child got a car, and they saying my mama and my dad ain't got a car, and I got a car and I got a job, my mom ain't got a job, and I got a, they it's like a little bit of disrespect going on, but like they ain't gonna respect nobody, because it's a different age. They seeing is believing. So if they watching you and they see you ain't got nothing, then they saying, I can understand. Mama or something got something, and they doing something. The car broke down. That
Yeah.
different things, this and that. But when they looking at you and they saying, my mama asked me for $30, $40. You know what I'm saying? My dad asked me for $20, this and that till next week or something. I mean, it's a lack of respect that kids have for us because they saying we getting out in the world. We just got out here
Mm-hmm.
and we got more than y'all.
Yep.
And we trying to get more than y'all. Y'all trying to get high, drink, this and that, and we trying more than y'all. And I think we got to. We so busy thinking we're gonna always move to a different city. We're gonna always do this and do that. We so about stuff like that, I think we got to get to the point that we got to get something here. We got to get some things to make our children look up to us. You know what I'm saying? We forgot that our kids are trying to look up to us.
Mm-hmm.
We got to give them something to look up to.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Staying in an apartment till you're 70 ain't gonna work.
But listen, this is one thing. The next thing I was saying, addictions and addictive tendencies. See, a lot of these things are the reason why people don't have. You have these addictions, addictive, you becoming a part of this, and you want these things to suppress whatever you're dealing with. And these kids are out here getting involved in things so they can have because you didn't provide or place them in a better situation. So the next thing they know to do is take what somebody else have.
And I'm gonna
So
tell
that's what they're out here doing. They're taking what somebody else got.
I'm gonna tell you one more thing. They listen to rappers sitting up there saying how, they made money. You watch people come up and they talk about how I made money. I had to help my mama pay the bills, and I had to help with no daddy around.
No daddy was
around and this and that. And they start taking over the thing like, I run this house. Mama, you don't run this house. I run this house, really, because I'm the one paying I'm the one
paying the bill. And she's accepting it however he brings it in.
Right.
And that's what is sad. Like they had the song, pull up on the plug twice. Did what? And people dancing to did what? I did what twice?
Robbed the plug twice.
You did it twice. And you made a song about it? These plugs don't start unplugging you. That's what's going to happen.
What Angela said.
Angela said, I'm raising a strong black man, even if it breaks him. You will be a great man by any means necessary. If you do anything other than what I'm teaching you, then you deal with your consequences, period. It's all right to have a good relationship with your kids, but it should always have boundaries.
Man.
I hear so many times people on Facebook saying my best friend, chilling with my people. Who would go out to the club and drink with their kids and smoke with their children? Who does that?
And I think that's what me and my child probably got it twisted up a little bit, because she probably wanted me to be more of her friend than her daddy. And and I guess all my life I've been trying to be a daddy and not a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so would you ever turn up with your child?
Nah.
Even in this age, would you turn up with your child?
It ain't gonna happen.
Right.
I've never had a drink with my child, never. And she didn't offer to, and I'm like, nah, player, no, that ain't what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what we're gonna do. I mean, but like I said, you got some people got these close connections. Both of y'all was in jail together, and come on, let's do it.
Chris said, I can say this. A youngster was respectful when he flashed a pistol at me. Before asking if I wanted to buy it. Was it a setup? Who knows? Oh, wow. A lot of times they'll try to sell you something and you go pulling some money or something. They'll take what you got and what they selling you.
Well, I have been in situations like that, and I think sometimes you can feel the vibe in that, because like even if I wanted to buy it, like first thing I'm gonna tell them, man, empty that, put the clips or whatever, get the thing right. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm gonna buy it and he tell me the price, it don't go back to him. It go, click. He go player. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even show him no money if I can't afford it or back. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if it's sold, it's sold. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but hold on. What is called? You should not be buying guns off the street. This is. I
would be afraid to. You don't know what bodies they tied to.
About the 1990s. I am not talking about it.
Thank you.
I'll just look. This is a different time, and you should not be buying
You
guns.
better not. You don't know what
You
those guns
you
type.
better caught a whole case. Okay, go ahead.
She could say my client was robbed the same by some young guys, 5 the same way. Oh wow.
I
And
mean,
then these guys around here carrying big guns, not no little pistols, baby. They got big guns.
I've been warning all my guys, all my people, you know what I'm saying, just to keep their head up, because we sometimes get to the point we slip. But if somebody come at me, even me, somebody come at me with 6, 7 AR-15s, they gonna get whatever I got. I'm sorry.
Right. And that don't mean you're a sucker. You just value your life. Because these people are so trigger happy, they don't know nothing else to do.
I'm not listening, because guess what? They just getting practice anyway. If they just want these cards, whatever, have your way with them.
Look,
I ain't got nothing.
Look, like I said, if somebody pull up on me and want this car I'm driving, you can have it. Let me get out. You can take it. It's gas in there. Go ahead.
Tools in there. You don't want to work no way. You don't know how to use it. Okay. I will send it back to me. Okay.
Chris said he was damn comfortable in public. Oh wow, trying to sell him a gun.
I mean,
he was probably trying to see if he had some money. Do I want to take this old school money or what I want to do?
Chica was agreeing with my long speech.
Yeah, he was strong.
Come on. Uh-oh, there it is. There it is, right there.
Okay, Angela said, we are the examples. If all they see is dysfunction, what do you expect to get from them? Straight what they see. Like I said, I have a grandson, 1-year-old. Things I do, I say, he mimic, he mock.
Right.
So you have to be careful what you say, because whatever you do, this person trying to do it, this little person watching you.
And that's why I always say, you have to be careful when, like a child around you, even when you say stuff like, oh, he gonna cry if you do this and this, because he's listening to what you're saying.
He's saying he know what crying is, and how people call kids bad.
He probably like, oh, okay, that's what I need to do.
They call children
bad. And I'm just saying, like, I don't think people understand when we be in these dysfunctional families and everybody hollering and cussing and this all day, and then you got young kids around there. You don't understand how much negativity is just being pushed up in them. And then when people start getting shot and killed, and then you wonder why, how, man, you've been putting this negative energy in this child all his life.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we have to take accountability. How much cussing, how much disrespect, how much stuff we do around a child, you know what I'm saying, that they might pick up on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All your cussing shit come with a whip behind it. Hey, pal, stop that. God damn it. Okay, my bad. All right, good.
And say you got dads sleeping with their daughter friends and moms too. They clubbing together and drinking and smoking as well. You wonder why they cuss you out and go upside your head. No respect or boundaries.
Yeah. And then I done got to the point now is when I see it, too strong around, I try to stay out of them type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go over somebody's house and everybody cussing and everybody fuck you, you mama, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm gonna stay away from this energy. You know what I'm saying? So I think happy people or people that just don't want drama tend to gravitate to each other, because I think like if you go to a place where everybody cussing each other out and you go to that place every day, you like it. You know what I'm saying? And it's inviting to you. You know what I'm saying? It will slowly, like I used to tell people all the time, if you keep hanging around shit, you're gonna eventually start smelling like it, whether you like it or not.
Well, hello, shitty people. That part. She could say exactly. That's why I influence my grandkids different. I make them meditate, read. I expose them to nature. I'm trying to show them, like I did my kids, that there are other choices. And that's so true. You have to, like, sometimes, I may have missed a step with my child. So I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any steps with this little kid. So
And
you have to be careful who you send your children with, spend the night with. You can't let your child go to every cousin and auntie house because you don't know what's going on there, what they're getting involved in. Even the grandparents' house, you got to know what they're getting involved in or what they're surrounded by. She could say, but one of my daughters hang with shit and she smelled like shit, but she chose to shit in.
That's a good one. The shitty shit.
Yeah, I said chose.
Yeah. But yeah, I just think we got a tall road to climb, but I think we can do it if everybody just concentrate in their own household, trying to get that solved first. First time we got to work on our inner family a little bit, and then it was
our inner selves.
Yeah, and I am so glad. I try to be I can get ghetto here and there, but I try to be a good influence around the people I'm around and this and that. At least one thing I try to do is keep smiling, don't be all this rah. This
you be smiling.
Yeah.
Let me see. But it makes a difference. That's one thing I have begun to work on myself. I try to look at the positive aspect of things, but people feel like I'm being so positive on things. They feel like I'm weak. You still not gonna do that part, but I can smile with it and knock it down. But that's one thing I'm working. Just like the saying, do one kind thing for yourself or someone else every day. Just work on being a kind person. Yeah. It may help somebody. It probably save somebody's life. Because I remember talking to this girl one time and we were just having general conversation, just talking generally. And when we were done, she was like, you know what? Thank you. I'm like, for what? She's like, I was going home to kill myself. I'm like, for real? And that like shocked me. Like, people actually still thinking in that level where you don't ignore it. Yeah. They cry for help. And some people that don't cry for help, that's the ones that's even scary, because I didn't get that in, like that's what she was dealing with, that something was bothering her that bad.
And I feel you on that, because, I had a tenant and he was going through some things, because when loved ones die around you, sometimes people, think about it in a different kind of way, think I can't go on without this person. And we got to realize, life, you have to live life. All of us gonna leave this thing one day. You know what I'm saying? We can't look at it like all of us gonna stay around here. And if we don't make sure we take care of ourselves, we will speed up our end date. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knows the end date, but you can speed it up by how you live your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, or doing your temple.
Right. 'Cause this thing is a whole lot of luck, but it's a lot of most stuff too. Let's catch up with me.
Oh yeah. And to say you got absent dads and mothers talking about you the man. My son gonna do this if you do that. Setting their kids up to fail. So true. But you have some kids that rise above dysfunction and poverty. You choose your path. And
And
that's what I encourage people. Choose your own battle.
this is what I used to realize. Good mamas and good daddies will overcome, the child. Sometimes we don't realize how instrumental is us stepping in and getting our kids away from certain entities that might take them down, because
Yeah, they're different
people
environment.
don't realize sometimes a good person, having good people in your life won't take you down. But
Right.
having the wrong person in your life will take you down faster than shit stink.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, people don't realize, like, you got to be careful the type of people you put in your life, because the wrong people will take you down through there. Like, a lot of people that end up, dead or whatever because somebody was shooting at somebody who it wasn't them, but the person that they were hanging with next to them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? That's why I'm so adamant sometimes. Like, sometimes I have a lot of friends that I wouldn't mind hanging with, but I know they pass, and I know sometimes I know certain stuff they do, and I say, you know what? I would love to do it, but
You're gonna be checked with them on the list.
we got to meet in Cairns somewhere.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
No, I'm just saying, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to be kind of conscious, who you carry yourself around,
That's true.
at all times, because if you don't, you gon' you gonna either they're gonna either add you to them, because if you walking down the street, you know, and I'm gonna throw it even in a whole different way. If you saw a dog walking down the street with 4 lines, the first thing you will say is, that must be a badass motherfucking dog.
That'll be if they hadn't eaten them up
If
yet.
them his friends, he just as bad as them goddamn. And
Right.
people don't look at it like that. When you walking down the street with people, and just because they different than you, if somebody see you walking with them, they thinking you got to be just as bad as them, because ain't no way
You
that you
hang
can
with
hang
these
with
folks.
these people.
That's in life. In society, you are judged by the people you be around.
Yeah.
You know how certain friends you hang with, they know this friend like this, they gonna put you with that same friend.
Right.
So everybody does it. They judge a book from its cover, and that's what we live. That's the life that we live. She can say, right, you can spread it up, doing good gestures.
Oh.
And just say you have to live life to the fullest, because forever is not promised.
Right.
That is so true.
Right.
That is so true. And I agree with that. Like you were saying earlier, talking about, we were thinking people probably got a different way of life with what we experienced with the pandemic, with so many changes in life, so many things taken away, and still like living in the city of Jackson, how things are happening with the water structure, the bills, the food. There are so many things. We are in a recession, just terrible. And people are not even thinking about that. We have to think about life every day to make sure we can make it from here and there. Yep. The next comment. Angela said, "You choose the company you attract or deal with. Some people are seasonal people with seasonal motivations. Catch that, bro?" Okay, she said, "You attract or deal with. Some people are seasoning people with seasonal motivations. Okay.
Like a lot of people want to be in your life, but they know they don't want to be in your life for a while.
Right. They just seasonal, temporary, like you say.
And see, that's what I always do now. Like I tell people, I told a partner the other day, he came, I brought him, I kidnapped him and brought him to my house, show him something, whatever. And I said, well, you know where I stay now? You in a circle now. You a whole different dude now. You done been around us enough time. I done put you in the circle now. So you are special once you get in the circle. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand, like I vet dudes, you know what I'm saying, from a while before I feel like they can be around me like that. I think more people have to vet there. I think it'll be less robberies, less stuff going on. Because just like I was thinking about old boy getting robbed. Most people that rob you stake it out. So they done been up in your club.
They have been in there.
They done sat there and seen you make money and see how you move at the end of the night. Who here? Who waiting in the parking lot for you? Who got there?
Well, that's how it used to work. These kids don't have no genre. They just probably watch from the outside, seeing what all the people leave. We just gonna walk up in this thing. That's why everybody probably was armed.
No, listen. When you know. Because he didn't, one thing he didn't say is him and some more people got robbed. He said just me. So what he been doing, they been watching that he stays there
by himself
at night. And they said, we gonna get him because he's doing, that's what people don't. And you not watching your space because when you go out of your club and even if you come outside and somebody crank up and leave, you should be in your head that something is different.
That's how it be. You let your guards down, you get comfortable.
Yeah, and then guess what? People know when you ain't carrying no gun out. They know you ain't walking with a gun or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Because if people like say you in a club, they'd have been your camera system. That means you ain't got no camera system. You ain't got no security. You ain't got no gun. You just don't pop up and just have confidence running up in somebody's thing if you feel like they got measures. Like even a homeboy.
But why the door wasn't locked?
No, listen what I'm saying. If they robbed him like it was, I think he came outside, they put the gun on him and walked him back inside.
Oh.
You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like why he locking the door? Because you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we can get into that thing. Oh yeah, God ain't gonna let nobody nothing happen. Oh God, this God is all of God. He is God of good and bad. We want to blame the devil of some extra stuff, but the devil can't do nothing that God don't allow him to do. That part. Because even if we want to sit up there and say the devil was the angel, what's name? But if God wanted to get rid of the devil, he could, right? If we just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? If somebody created something, you can definitely get rid of it. Come on.
Angel said exactly my point, 100. If I sit at the table with bosses, then you became a boss and you boss up. But if you sit at the table with users, that's what you get used. Surround yourself with people who wants to win. I agree with you 100%.
And you know what? Sometimes, and you know, I understand it, but sometimes we sometimes get around people that don't want to win, but sometimes they can be fun, entertaining people, but we don't understand we losing a little bit of us every time we get around people that don't motivate us to be a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you just hanging around people and they're not giving you no kind of good energy, You know what I'm saying? Like all the energy they come with is bad energy. You don't understand that. Like a lot of my people know it don't matter how how I was in the streets or whatever. I was always, giving my people positive stuff. It don't matter what type of dude I was. I was still giving the positive vibes out here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you got to be, and that's the only way you can rise. That's the only reason you can rise above thing, because something got to be instilled in you. It goes back to the foundation. The foundation, even if you stray a minute, the foundation will keep you where you can be grounded, and you can come back to you at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. What you got? What you got? What got?
Right. Well, like I was just saying, I was like, do one kind thing for yourself or someone every day that can help you stay on the positive rope. But that's all I have. But hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And join us for tomorrow night at 9 p.m.
Yeah, because tomorrow night gonna be a hell of a show.
I can't wait to hear what this gonna be like.
Yeah,
That part.
I'm kind of all over the place, but I
But
have
that's what you do. You do it well, though.
I'm all over the place because I want to talk about all this robbing and shooting and all this running
Oh,
light.
that's gonna take some weeks.
Right. But
We
now,
had a lot of that in the city.
yeah, I'm gonna try to pull up something. I might call the Ruben or somebody. Okay. Try to find a good topic in the morning to make it, right or whatever.
Okay, Angela said, yes, it's okay to entertain some people, but at what cost? You have to deal with people at a distance, regardless of winning or losing.
And I agree, because you know you know what I'm saying. You try to make sure, man. I always enjoy y'all too, because good people. Y'all sharpen my senses. Listen to y'all. Throw the questions and comments and things, and y'all remind me of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Chris and Angela and everybody that comments. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea and everybody. You know, it just to me, we got to do better, and I think we always say, oh man, it don't get no worse than that. So I ain't gonna say that tonight, because Jackson has always proved me wrong when I said it can't get no worse. So I'm just gonna pray it get better. And I think we all got to look in our face and look at our children, and we got to start a discussion, and we got to change some stuff that's going on around here. And it starts with our family. It starts with looking at our family and the people around us, and saying, "Are you a good person?" Little JoJo, what you out here doing? You're coming in at night, you're sitting in the car smoking all day. What is you doing? What are you doing with your life? And I think that's the first thing we got to do. We got to look around, see what our kids that's got jobs, or what kids that we never talk about going to work. All they do is ride around all day. We know.
And yeah, it's too high for all that.
We know who they are. So I think we got to start at home to change stuff, and I think we'll get better. I mean, I'm not gonna give up.
Yeah, don't give up.
And I think we shouldn't give up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. So all y'all people that gave up on Jackson, bye. I'm gonna be here when y'all come back to visit. Y'all ain't got to come stay, but when you come back to visit, I'll be here still trying to change some stuff around here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And see y'all tomorrow night. What else you got for us?
That's it.
All I can say, appreciate you, Angie. Thanks. Be trying to do a good show for y'all. I be trying to give all that old good stuff.
What you talking about? What you doing? What you talking about?
Oh, and hey, before we go, shout out to Miss Wendy Friday with Shun Dazzle. Wendy Friday, look her up on Instagram and Facebook.
All righty then.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, that's it.
Got him! Got him!
Later. How they say? See you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And it's gonna be a good show like always. How they say? Peace.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.